In the heart of the whispering forest, an ancient land no one dares enter after dark. An eerie silence spread beneath a sky scattered with shimmering stars. Towering trees stood like ancient guardians, their bark wrapped in glowing moss that pulsed faintly as if alive. The air was rich with the scent of damp earth. A small waterfall murmured softly in the distance, its sound echoing off dark stones. Tiny lights, like magical fireflies, drifted between the branches, casting golden sparkles into the night, weaving an atmosphere of quiet enchantment. Inside the hollow of a massive ancient tree, more temple than shelter, sat Ilara, the wise owl. Perched upon a vine-covered branch, her rich brown feathers shimmered with golden hues as if lit from within. Her wide, gleaming eyes sparkled like ancient gems, carrying the weight of centuries. In front of her lay an enormous open book, its pages seemingly made from enchanted parchment. Glowing golden lines pulsed like a heartbeat. Flickering candles surrounded her, the flames dancing to the rhythm of the forest. From cracks in the bark, wild blossoms bloomed gently, drawn to the light and the power of the place. Suddenly, the forest peace shattered. From the densest shadows, a tall man emerged, cloaked entirely in black. His robe moved like smoke, revealing only a pair of silver eyes that pierced the darkness. He didn't speak, but his presence made the trees tremble, leaves falling in silent fear. He walked without sound, his steps gliding over the ground. The air shifted unnaturally, carrying whispers that weren't of this world, as if the forest itself tried to warn against this intruder. The man stood beneath the sacred tree, staring up at Ilara, who watched him intently from above, wings half spread, ready. With a rough voice, he finally spoke.
Hand over the book, ancient owl. It is time I reclaim what is mine.
Ilara didn't flinch. She leaned forward slightly, a sly smile tugging at her beak.
If you truly believe you're worthy, then read the final page, if you dare.
The forest held its breath. The tension was like a storm suspended mid-air. Even the leaves seemed frozen, waiting. With arrogant confidence, the man reached for the book. The instant his fingers touched the final page, a burst of crimson light exploded, spinning into a vortex of shadow, and burning symbols that floated from the book and danced violently around him. The sky above turned red, and ancient voices screamed like souls breaking free. The glowing glyphs wrapped around his body, and his skin began to crack, spilling black ash. His face twisted in silent horror as he tried to pull back, but it was too late. Slowly, his body began to dissolve into smoke, sucked back into the pages. First, his feet vanished, then his arms, and finally, his entire form. He reached out, grasping at empty air. For a brief second, ghostly shapes peered around him, lost spirits welcoming him. Then, with a thunderous thud, the book slammed shut, sealing the fate of the greedy. Silence returned. The forest was still, but it now held a new weight, as if bearing a fresh, unspoken secret. Ilara descended gracefully, landing beside the sealed book that still shimmered faintly. With one feathered wing, she traced the cover, where a new symbol had appeared, the man's name, etched in glowing letters. She looked towards the forest, a knowing smile on her beak, then raised her head to the moonlight that reflected in her golden eyes. The book only gives to the worthy, and those who hunger for power become part of its pages. The wind calmed, the fireflies lit up once more. Peace returned, but something in the air remained, as if another soul was already watching, waiting for their turn.